choice to make it so. Would you agree?
Yeah.
All right. When you walk through the halls, look at things in a new way. Okay? One of the reasons I like to walk on stilts is because people look different from up here. So this shows what the different pieces of glass do when they're fused. This right here that looks a little bit like a flower, that's these, and they are mellifluories. All right, and they're actually originated in Italy, and they expand into like a flower type shape that looks really interesting. This so that I could draw rhythm inside here, and I could extend. Yeah, I could almost use this swirl somewhere else. So maybe if what if I did this mountain range again? Something. Where like you have two pieces of tile and they push grout in between.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's what spackling is. So this is basically our grout. And then what I'm going to use is a tool to press that down in. So that we can transfer. Okay. With her print, we're getting ready to print the first level of a reduction. So we had her carve out all the areas that she wants to be the color of the paper or white. Okay, so we're going to start with white. Put down, and you want to really make sure your inking is good. It's not over inked, not under inked. Then make sure it lines up good. So what are you guys working on? What are you guys working on? For the camera.
We're working on the lesson. Yeah. It's kind of like a fun thing.
Yep, let me see the one you did. In one class period. Artists look at things in new and interesting ways. That's what makes them artists. Being able to draw is just a skill. Being able to paint is just a skill. But what you say with all of that, that's the real art, right? Anybody can learn how to draw. Anybody can learn how to juggle. It's what you do with it, right? She's trying to find all the edges. So your job as an artist is to show what kind of edge, and we've talked a little bit about this, what kind of edge is happening. Is it an edge that's like, it changes really from dark to light really quickly? Or is it one that's more blended? As an artist, you're communicating what that edge is. How do you find the edges is the question. So one of the things is, am I outlined? Sorry. Am I outlined? Like right now, do I have a big black outline around me? No. How do you see me? And would you be able to see me if I didn't have color? Would you still be able to see me? We've got black and white film, you know, so yes you could. Why can you? Why can you still see me? Different shades, different lights. So if my fingers are the same color, but they're crossing and the light is playing on them, one part of them is going to be darker, one part of them is going to be lighter. Do you agree with that? And it can change depending on what the light is doing, right? So what she's doing to find the table on this is to find where the light changes so that I can get an edge the way I want. So I can build it up slowly. I can usually do it like this and just make sure this tip is back. It might be green that needs to be the last one. It's either green or blue that goes next. We're gonna pop in the green, and I would value all of that in. I'm just kind of moving it. Does my hair look good? All right. All right, but like when you're having a huge conversation about like Fortnite and other stuff, like that's just not gonna work, okay? You gotta get your body calm. And when your brain starts telling you that you can't do this, you've got to tell it to be quiet. You've got to just see it and put it. Sometimes kids, John, stay right there. Sometimes kids will say to me, they'll bring their picture up and they'll say, is this right? And they don't bring that. They don't bring this with them. I have no clue if it's right or not. Why? I know nothing. The reason I can draw this is because I know nothing. I just see it all. You get that? I'm just seeing it. I don't, like, it's not that I know it. There's not enough, I don't have enough brain cells to know it. There's too many lines in the world to memorize. There's no way I could do it, but I can see it and put it. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Just look at where it is on the square, put it there. If it's not in the right spot, erase it, put it again until you get it, okay? But if you're talking, that's showing me, first of all, two things. They're talking like that. Do you know why they were? They were doing that because they were scared. They were scared they couldn't do it. And they were scared they couldn't do it in front of their peers. So there's two things right there that are big for middle schoolers, right? Fear and fear in front of peers. So when those kids are acting cool and talking and everything, they really are screaming, hey, I'm so scared, I'm shaking in my boots. Okay? All right, thanks. What you might want to think about is creating textures within certain sections of it. But if you put Zentangles or textures or something here, also put them there, it's going to create visual tension. So like if you put it here, 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 what can happen is it can get too crowded. It's kind of like music. We hear the beats of a music, or we hear like the sounds of the notes because of the rests that are in between. Does that make sense? So like if I had too much sound, it's almost like an air horn that's going off. Like it's almost like visually an air horn, too much. So you are trying to trick the viewer into looking at the picture as long as possible. Well, the more it is abrasive to them, the more they're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna look away. But if you can create something that visually has a rhythm, like maybe I create a texture here, leave a space, like a rest in music, and then now I create some more texture, leave a rest, and then create some more texture. Even if you take like a texture that's down here and repeat it up here, but in a different way, like make it larger or smaller or something different, where it creates a variety, but then it has this balance and harmony of like something happening, a rest, something happening, a rest. Does that make sense? Okay.
Only got one more time.
Hey!